top, pat, pat. Walk, 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 walk. Can't drop. Keep gang. Got a base pants, niggas won't kill time.
I magic in between. Allow aiding primordial waters of blue to flow without cease from the source of my being. I on earth, physical manifestation of the Most High, divine, feline. I elegant, intelligent, direct reflector of the supreme divine masculine, his Most High benevolence. Mother of all creation, conductor of all infinite and instant manifestations, hope ever known, a beauty such as magnificent in its essence, eyes that can line, gives you the visions of my mind. Hadu, the force to stop and recreate time, fountain of youth, the Most High Mother to bring forth the Most High life. Yes, I am that I am, bearer of all ancient, present memory, order, and law of this earth and universe. Waters are pure for people to drink. Love is unconditional for people to feed. Soul is eternal and forcing truth for people to rise. Perpetuate name in the name of source. Enforce, radiate, uplift to the Most High. Giving myself for constant regeneration, constant transformation, sacrificing myself in obligation of the most sacred divine preservation of eternal.
Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Yeah. We can talk about it.
Damn, niggas flowing in.
Alright, you niggas gonna wait like.
Lord, I didn't even mean to get captured. I love you too.
Like, well, what else gotta say, goddamn? Well, yeah, so we gonna talk about it. Listen, y'all, I had my moments. Listen, I was being a narcissist. I'm saying that publicly. And my mom told me to look up PTSD because it really in my mind, it don't really matter about the label of it. You know what I'm saying? If you got some toxic traits, if you have unhealthy behavior patterns, you can put whatever label you want on it. It's imbalanced. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want to call it narcissist, PTSD, we all got PTSD in some way that we're coming from because, you know what I'm saying, we come from the world we come from. So just fix it, bro. Right, real shit, right?
Right. So let's tell them what's up, babe.
Right. So it's all about listening to your woman. You know? Yeah, I think it's about doing the work. I think. So the thing is, for me, right, is I had to really look at my life and I had to understand, like, before we ever came together, there was work that I had to do on myself. So I feel like even in a way when I was in carbonation and stuff like that, I wasn't working on myself at the time. You know, and that's what everybody learns, right? That principle where I said, wherever you go, there you are. That's a known concept because we understand that. Yeah. Do the work, that's how you heal. And for me, it's always been being by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter how old you are, how many times around the sun you is, how old somebody look, or how mature they look. Like, the inner work is really what has to be done. So, is this a real? Yeah. The real work that has to be done internal, it has to be done alone. So, we commit to separating. You feel me? Because listen, y'all. This my twin flame. I said that publicly. You feel me? And I know, you know what I'm saying? Niggas was on some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's my toxic. But one thing I've been shown in my life and source of my highest moments is that that's what she is for me and to me. You dig what I'm saying? So right now we taking a separation period. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to commit myself to just being alone in myself. You feel me? And really fighting myself, and not fighting, but integrating with my shadow self and understanding it with love and compassion and understanding myself and being solid in me outside of anybody else, so I could come into a relationship and honor it holistically. Alright, Desi. For real. It takes, he said it takes time, I get it. Reprogram mind is easy, for real. And it's like when you put yourself in a groove of thinking a certain way, like, it's loops. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people, we in loops. And I was in a loop. You feel me? I was in a toxic loop. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I love this woman. I want to get this woman all this love, but something not clicking because I'm on the loop. You know what I'm saying? Of doubt, of fear, of guilt from past shit, and that just keep reliving it. You feel what I'm saying? So at some point, it has to be a breaking point. It has to be a change. And I think that the best thing people can come into a relationship is being okay with themselves all together. No insecurities, really have loved themselves. Then you can love somebody from a pure space. You feel me? So we learning that, and you know what I'm saying? We still believing in each other. We not giving up, but we know that this time is going to be good for both of us. You feel me? To really become more solid in ourselves. For sure. You are manipulating her in this moment. Okay.
I ain't even spoke. You don't even know how I feel.
I guess, are you saying that she just easily manipulated? You feel what I'm saying? Like, that kind of be a smack to her. Like, she's an intelligent woman. I don't know. Like, why? You just assuming that?
All in all, one, I want to remind y'all, like, y'all are so far from a place to judge, because y'all don't have an everyday eye in this relationship. And that's the only thing that's the only people who can judge this relationship is me and him and Source. Honestly, we give y'all the opportunity, the privilege, you know what I'm saying, the honor, my nigga, like, to know what's going on. And so I feel like that should come with some level of respect, because niggas is so quick to type. Ain't nobody really taking the time behind the camera to just sit with self and really reflect, like try to learn from what we are giving y'all the privilege to watch. He's letting y'all watch his healing process. I was letting y'all watch me be broke down. I was letting, it's vulnerable, right? Yeah, vulnerability. It needs to be respected, not torn down even more. Like, we still trying to present a united front, because our love stands despite what we were struggling with, what he's struggling with, what I struggle with. And that's what I said in my first live. I spoke truth and we stand on it. But a lot of that was from emotion. And I shouldn't have went live before me and Musa got to this point, because it probably wouldn't have went the way it went all the way.
That's okay.
But it was truth, you know what I'm saying? And that realness is what was needed. So I still stand by this man, period.
Word.
But like he said, we are going to take this space, this time, and shit. Twin flames make it back to each other at the end of the day. So we are twin flames.
Do you think you rushed into commitment? Not saying your relationship was needed, but sometimes we put pressure on relationship, and that's something else too. Like, the thing is, like, when we came together, it was so divine, it was so magical, it was the most clear thing. Like, I think that and I'm sure people can relate to this. Like, I'm sure it's a transition just collectively, but I've been feeling individually is becoming more connected to my spirit, like, for real, like within the orchestra of what's going on in the earth. When we talking about mama's energy coming back, when we talking about the quantum, we just talking about love coming back to the earth. I feel like we all have our relationship with that, within ourselves, within going internally. So I feel like, what was I? That should have me like.
It happens like that.
That should be having like that. Like, I told you that. Oh, just basically learning about how the twin flame dynamic, like I said, did we come in a relationship prematurely?
Oh, right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, yes, we did come into the relationship prematurely, but we were shown enough.
Well, wait, I don't feel like we were brought into the relationship prematurely because y'all don't know on what levels this shit was source guided. Like, we came into the relationship at the time we were supposed to come into the relationship, and we're taking the space at the time we need to take the space. You know what I'm saying? If the question is, could we have went about things differently so the outcome isn't so drastic, so feelings aren't so hurt? Yeah, you know, but the attraction was instant.
We came together like glue. We came together like glue, and it was like supported by a source because everything was just flowing naturally. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we was getting so much confirmation and still continually have. And one thing I learned about recently is like twin flame separation. And I was reading this article that is talking about like with the twin flame dynamics, there are certain people who you come here and you have a twin flame soul. You know, I know we talk about being holistic and stuff, and that's important. Don't get me wrong. But you do have somebody who you to reflect everything back to you in the most clearest way possible. I'm going to get back to that. The most clearest way possible. So at the end of the day, it's like, you got to think about it. Coming into a dynamic like that, when we're on an earth where love is like the farthest thing that we're from, like heaven's on earth now. And we're now learning how to tap into that and live and exist in that on a consistent basis. People are taking plant medicines, everything. We're practicing meditation, etc. Reprogramming our minds on a cellular basis to exist in that heaven state. And our relationship is pushing us closer and closer to unconditional love. To learn how to forgive ourselves and others no matter what the situation or what happens. You see what I'm saying?
And what she was saying was about commitment. But the thing saying was about commitment. But the thing about the commitment aspect of it was and see where we are now, it isn't like it's a bad space, it's the best space. You know what I mean? And in emotion, when we get focused on the details of the individual aspect and we come outside the collective, we can forget that. But the simple answer to it all about the commitment is that when we came into the relationship, all I was taking was him. I ain't taking no other females because I knew none of that shit was needed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that takes a woman who knows herself. And when I came together with Musa, I literally told Musa, like, I'm like, he had bitches in rotation. And I'm like, listen, he's like, I got one girl for this, and one girl counsel me, and one girl for this. And I'm like, listen, you're not going to need none of that once we get in tune, or we about to get in tune. And he was like, I'm not hearing none of that. Basically what he said it in the most, you know how Musa be. Yeah. But when we came together, what happened? Sure enough, everybody
flocked. And it was like, and the crazy part about it was she was really showing me real things about people in my life that I thought was good for me, just because, man, I'm trying to cover up for something. I'm trying to accumulate things around me and people because I don't love myself. And she real life helped me see things, you feel what I'm saying? Because she real life was coming with love, like, listen, I'm really trying to help you see, like, why this, that, and third. This ain't this is that. And really just showing me truth in my life, allowing me to even more detach from people and things that wasn't good for me at certain points so I could just focus on me. And realize that half the time I could be the problem because I wouldn't be in a situation or in a relationship with somebody if I wasn't focused on myself.
And honestly, like, I'm gonna tell y'all the realest shit y'all ever heard right now. This is the realest shit y'all ever seen right now. Like, me and Musa, this love right here, even if it ain't what y'all deem to be is true love, the way it's unforming. Love is understanding, understanding, overstanding. All those in harmony. And shit, after the shit that me and Musa put each other on subconscious levels, spiritual levels, past lifetimes, now it's just like for us to keep.
Maybe I'm hasty, but I need to tell you I can't stop this, 'cause you are my soulmate. Yes you are, yes you are, yes you are the only one, 'cause there's something special about you. Yeah, you got the smile that is etched on my mind. Yes you are, yes you are, yes you are the only one, 'cause there's something special about you.